Hello and welcome back to another certified OG chefing video. Side-by-sides or buggies are probably the most fun vehicles you can purchase. So when I got the chance to test the new Can Am Maverick for 1 week, I just couldn't resist. In today's video we're gonna find out just how fun these vehicles are and what they're actually capable of before braking. And trust me, something broke. Also, we had the opportunity to do something that I never in my wildest dreams would have imagined would be possible. This is going to be a good one. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Yeah, hello ladies and gentlemen, the day has finally come. We're doing our first ever skiing video here in the beautiful mountains of Europe. Ja, Ski vergessen.
Ja, Alter.
Müssen wir noch runterfahren, schnell die Ski holen. Also
das war das wackeste Intro.
Yeah, you're probably wondering what are we doing here. We are in fact not skiing, if you couldn't tell already. We have the privilege to test this absolute beauty today. And I've driven it already, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be up here. And I have to say, this thing is literally the best vehicle mankind has ever created, and there's nothing that comes close to it. Because this is just built for one thing and one thing only, and that one thing is to go grocery shopping and to have fun. Lots of fun, a shitload of fun. I've never had so much fun in a vehicle in a very long time. And this today is, well, anyway, you might be wondering what is this? This is the Can Am Maverick XRS. And this is the newest version of them, which is probably the most high-tech and civilized buggy that you can probably buy on the market right now. I know it's called a side-by-side, but I'm just gonna keep calling it buggy because it looks like a buggy.
Yeah.
It is a buggy. Shout out at this point to BUGGY here from Austria and to Rotax for making this possible. They were kind enough to give us this vehicle to test it, and they literally told us we can have it for 1 week and we can do everything with it. And as you can see, we're literally doing everything with it. We're in the ski resort with the buggy. And you're probably wondering how we got up here. We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Anyway, this thing is absolutely insane. You can probably tell it by looking at it already. It's basically 2 seats bolted to an engine and suspension. That's it. The suspension is absolutely insane. We have these new wishbones, which might look a bit funky at first, but I honestly think that they're doing quite a lot to keep the vehicle stable on any surface. And they are so cool. You can see them when driving. You see how it works and everything. I love when you see suspension work on a car.
Yeah.
And this is like the definition of suspension work. So yeah, obviously I think most of the price, this thing is like 55,000 euros. Most of the price is probably the suspension. Inside, absolutely insane. I'm gonna show you later. Back here is the heart of the Can Am. You probably remember that I had one a few years ago, but back then they were like variomatic, and today the newest generations, they are so civilized. They have a dual clutch transmission. So it's
Sauber.
well, anyway, DKG, dual clutch transmission, 7-speed on a buggy. This is the thing that BMW M3s have, and you have it here on a buggy, mated to a 3-cylinder turbocharged engine, producing around 250 horsepower, which is, yeah, the weight of this thing is obviously, as you can imagine, not a lot. So this thing is fast and it goes and it pulls. It's like a rocket, honestly. It's so sick. You can drive it like a normal car. This is probably the best thing. Anyway, I don't want to spoil too much. Probably the best is if we just show you when we drive it. But let me tell you, this thing is so cool. You can do everything with it. You're gonna love it. In here, high-tech, modernized Rolls-Royce doors.
Ooh, nice.
Suicide doors. As you can see, we have pedal shifters, and it's actually pretty modern in here. You have a touchscreen display. You can do all kinds of different drive modes, something that you would normally expect from like an M3 or something like a very high-tech and very high horsepower sports car. This buggy has it everything. You can control the suspension, you can control the all-wheel drive, you can switch it to rear-wheel drive, which we're gonna use later. You can control how the steering works, you can control the drive modes of the engine. It is honestly very, very cool. Also, you have some pretty nice speakers in here. If you want to listen to some music, you can connect your phone to the buggy. So it's basically a normal car. You can use it like a normal car. And the best thing, this thing has front and rear view mirror camera. Wait, yeah, das mal. So basically, you can see now this is the front rear camera. If you turn it around, stay mal hinten hier. Yeah, it's a bit foggy now. But yeah, front view mirror camera. It's perfect for grocery shopping. So, enough talking. Let's jump in and see what this thing can actually do. Also eigentlich ist dieser ganz normale Daily. Yeah. This is actually very practical if you think about it. You find parking spots pretty easily because it's so small. It's got a very nice suspension, so you don't have any back issues. And everybody knows that you're coming because it's so loud. Yeah, it's perfect daily car.
Oh, das ist so geil.
I feel like I'm driving a rally car through the city. Für so extravagante Orte ist das genau das Richtige. Ja. Das ist Sandra Böhm im Sommer mit so einem Buggy. Ja. Wie an die Standard.
Alter, es ist so sanft.
Oh, the suspension, it just moves.
So nice, I love it.
You give it gas and you look into the sky. Yeah. and the only thing you hear is the tires. But the engine, everything, if you shift up, because that was so annoying with the old one, the engine was like at 7,000 RPM 24/7.
Yeah.
And with the new one, you can shift it to like 7th gear and just coast along like a normal car, which is perfect. I'm a huge fan so far. Yeah. But we have to see how it drives later on.
Alter, es ist so sanft.
We have to chop it properly later.
Yeah.
No matter how you have the gas pedal, the turbo always gives like 100%. At least it feels so. This is insane. But it's so sick. You have so much turbo sounds. I think if you put a proper intake and stuff on there, it's so
Ja.
cool. I think you
So
like it.
geil.
Alright, anyway, let's see how practical this thing actually is. And we have prepared something. First things first, we are here at the Expo Arena in Austria, which is basically a very, very skinny motorcycle track, like a dirt bike track. And we're gonna see just how well Can Am handles the track.
Yo,
You look like a
chill.
crazy researcher, crazy scientist.
Like a scientist. That's what I am. We're doing research today.
That's very true. So let's begin the research.
Perfekt.
I'm a bit scared because this track is actually insane, but we will find out how bad it actually is.
Wird schnell. Alter.
Das schaut gerade richtig weh, du.
Ja. Alles gut bei dir?
Oh Gottes Willen.
Wie ist bei dir? Alles gut? Oh.
Schau mal kurz mit Bagger, was gut ist.
Ja.
Das war entweder nicht zu schnell oder nicht zu langsam. Jetzt ist gerade so weh.
Oh, mir jetzt so gegen die Knie gewichst.
Okay, we were a bit either too fast or too slow for this jump.
Zu fest.
Because
Alter, meine Knie.
mir hat den Gurt einfach so gegen
Mir
mein
auf.
Knie dagegen gedrückt.
Alter, du bist auch so rot. Ja, es geht schon. Also brochen ist nichts. Wird schnell.
Okay, well, scientific research is over. Fahren wir wieder heim.
What happened?
Der Querlenker ist angerissen.
Von der Suspension.
Oh, I'm just a crash dummy, so.
Sehr schlecht. Yeah, I think we're done with the scientific research for today. Luckily, we have some spare parts at home. Let's wash the buggy, take it back home, and then the real fun can begin. Woo! Ich zeig nicht, also so. Woo!
Das ist der Spaß.
Wirst du schon sehen.
Okay, passt. Querlenker schwassen. Ja.
Let's take it back home, wash it, fix it, and we're gonna take it to the streets, and we're gonna take it up ski resort. Wenigstens A few days later, everything is fixed again thanks to Baja, which means we can continue testing. So let's go on to the next test. So another thing that this buggy is actually excellent and capable of doing is being the perfect daily car for your typical housewife. So yeah, we have our test subject here, and the buggy money. It's perfect because you can give it to your wife without having to worry about having curved wheels or anything, because I mean, if you look at it, what really can be curved? Yeah, it has backup cameras and everything, so it's perfect for daily use actually. Einfach nach vorne, okay? Nach vorne! Falsche Richtung! The most practical thing about the buggies is that you can actually clean them just like regular cars. It's really practical. Like I said, you can use it as a daily driver without any issues. And it's actually really easy to clean. All you have to do is drive it through a car wash, and the car wash will pretty much just do the rest for you without any problem. Best vehicle you can currently buy as a daily driver. It's actually double practical because it not only cleans the buggy, but it also cleans you if you use it. Spiegeleinklappen habe ich vergessen. Ja, der klappt sich von selber ein. Wollt ihr Schimmer mal eingreifen? Guys, I'm telling you, this is actually the best invention ever. Now to dry the buggy. And with that, the buggy is perfectly clean, and so am I. Amazing experience. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Yeah, I have to say, so far this thing is an absolute blast. But yeah, the real test is starting now. We are gonna see how well this off-road car performs on the streets, because this is always, to me, one of the most fun parts before we take it jumping and stuff later. So yeah, gonna take this Can Am up onto some sketchy, twisty little mountain roads. The only thing I hope that doesn't happen is I hope I don't flip it, because these things, they like to flip pretty easily. Yeah, I have to be a bit careful. Bisschen frisch ist schon, aber es passt schon. Lenkradheizung war geil. Und der Fußheizung. But apart from that, this thing, it actually drives surprisingly well. It's very similar to driving a car from the transmission standpoint. The engine is absolutely crazy. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but sometimes the turbo just spools up, like really makes some boost and then just lets it off again. And it sounds so good. It sounds like a rally car. Mani already said it is basically a rally car that you can buy for like, was kostet das, 50,000?
Mitte 50,
yeah. 55. It's basically a rally car. It doesn't look like a rally car. It's a rally car without windows and with Rolls-Royce doors that you can buy. Suspension is absolutely crazy. It feels like you're in a pod. This is the pod, and it's just wobbling around between those four wheels. It's just, yeah. Es ist irgendwie ein gestörtes Gefühl. Also es ist schon geil. You're gonna see properly now. So let's jump in. Let's see. Yeah. It immediately starts to spool up. It wants to go. So we're gonna go.
Das ist so geil! Let's go, baby! Jetzt mag es echt! gestört.
Mir ist so peinlich.
Mutig.
Ich muss es so konzentrieren, weil ich mir so geil bin.
Oh, da ist dies gestört. Harvey! Ja.
los.
Ja, ich hab's unten vergessen.
Ja,
Scheiße.
Gott, das ist unangenehm.
Ja, Vollgas. Jetzt bist du über die Ski drüber gefahren.
Yeah, we made it all the way to the top of the ski resort. It's probably the sickest way to get up the mountain. Gonna go grab something to eat really quick up here and then we'll see what other tests we have. So, fertig gegessen. Mani, was steht da nicht? Schon zu Springer.
X-Games.
Yeah, we somehow convinced the people here that we're allowed to drive all the way back there at the Freestyle park with the buggy. I don't even know what to think about it, but I'm pretty nervous. We'll see how that goes. So just so you guys know, it was not planned to be here today. We only planned to drive up the street, but this is something that I didn't sign up for. So we'll see. We're gonna scout the area first, and then we see where we jump. Siehst du, Depper sind das super.
Das
andere Richtung geiler ist. Okay, ich glaube, bergauf geht's, glaube ich. Probieren wir bergauf.
Ja,
Okay?
das ist eine gute Idee. Ja, ist mir gut. Oh, wenn ich reinfahren und morgen. Wer macht's gar nichts? Mehr ist Schütz raus. Boah, innen drin, mehr ist raus.
Von außen ist vermutlich nicht so schnell, aber vielleicht ist es gut so schnell.
Ich glaube, wir haben schon eine gute Route. Alter, mir passt einfach gar nichts. Hey, hast du das nie das Gefühl, dass er so nach vorn kriegt? Ja.
Also das ist das Geilste überhaupt.
Ja, ohne Scheiß.
Steig auf, vorwärts.
Lauf mir! Alter! Alter, bist du deppert!
Na.
Zum Glück. Alter, wir sind so schnell! Na. nicht sicher war, dass er trotzdem Gas geben muss. Soll ich wieder rausschwimmen?
Nein, nein, du bleibst.
Oh nein, ich mag das gar nicht. Oh nein, mir ist gar nicht. Ja. Ja, man hat es einfach außen gehört. Ich glaube, mit mehr Schwung dann geht's.
Bad, Dankeschön übrigens. This is not even on my bucket list because I didn't even think that would be possible one day to drive a buggy on all of this without.
Trackmania.
Yeah, it's Trackmania in real life.
Oh Gott, wir sind so schnell! Das Video aufkriegst! Ich bin draufgekommen, weil wir so geschwungen sind. Jetzt hast du Gaudi mit mir, bleib erinnern.
Last one. Wow, the last one was pretty hard. It hurt, it really hurt in the back, but it's so sick. Look how beautiful. Wow, this is absolutely crazy. But I have to say my body hurts a little bit from jumping. The suspension eats some of the bumps, but really not everything. And you feel it after some time, but it's so sick.
Nichts von Bier?
Und du hast Bier geholt.
Wir haben Bier geholt. Alter, es ist echt, mit so fast ist es voll komisch.
Yeah.
Ja, das Lenkrad und so.
This is honestly beyond words. I really have to say. When I woke up today in the morning, I didn't think we would end up on a ski slope, jumping the ski slope with the buggy. Bro, this is the biggest playground on earth with the best toy on earth. So this today has been, like I said, I never would have dreamt about doing this, and now we're here doing it. It's really insane. So shout out again to BUGGY for making this possible, and also to Rotax. They are here from Austria. They made this possible as well by giving us the side-by-side. This is really such a good day. Yeah, the only thing that I don't really like is the roof. Kind of looks a bit like a bubble, but there's the option to have like flat roofs as well, and then the buggy looks just way more sporty. And then just put the tires out a bit more, maybe bigger tires, and then that thing looks so sick. Mine that I had like 3 years ago, it was so good looking. You have so many different options to modify them already from factory, which is also a cool thing. I love these things, honestly. I just wish there were more of them here in Europe. Look at the suspension, by the way. It's so sick. It's huge. And the thing also has anti-lag. Like when you're standing in sport mode, you hear it all the time. That's why the turbo spools up so much. We figured out. It literally is a rally car, but without windows. You hear the anti-lag spooling up right now.